Good morning, my dear students. It's our first online class in 2022 because COVID-19 infections are on the rise at present, and I think you all know the safety rules of COVID-19. Maintain the rules strictly at home, and whenever you go outside, you need to go outside, wear a mask, and of course use hand sanitize. Okay, we had a class earlier, but we didn't get our textbook yet, and that's why we will discuss only today. And we had an introductory class, and I have seen you 7 students, I think, at that time, and I hope you all join online class regularly. Okay, in our first chapter we discussed about the lower organisms, lower microbial organisms. uh, there are so many tiny particles, that means living organisms in our environment. There are virus, bacteria, fungi, algae, amoeba, etc. These are called lower organisms. Um, we cannot see most of them. We cannot see in our bare eyes, and to see them, we have to use microscope or electronic microscope, because they are so tiny. And of course, these organisms, these microorganisms causes many infections, many disease of man, domestic animal, and birds, plants also, crops also. And these organisms also have beneficial effects on our environment. Now, uh, I had discussed earlier that this microbial world, these microorganisms world is divided into, we can divide into 3 kingdoms. One is Eukaryota. Eukaryota means acellular. Acellular means it's negative. Acellular is so small that they cannot see even under a light microscope, and electronic microscope is needed to see them, such as virus. This is called Eukaryota, kingdom 1. Very, very, very primitive, and they don't have any cell organisms, any organized cell, such as virus, COVID-19 virus, Omicron virus. These are eukaryotic organism. We cannot see them in our bare eyes. We need to see them a powerful electronic microscope, and they don't have any cell, any organized cell or something like that. They only have some protein material. You can see, I can draw a virus particle. Some tiny particle, tiny nucleic acid or nucleic protein, nucleic particle are at the head of the virus, and they have also collars, and they have body and some tail. These are called virus. Virus also many shapes. Virus have also many shapes. They can be cellular virus particles. Okay, this is a virus particle. This is head, and the ribbon is DNA or RNA, and here is collar. This is called tail and tail fibers. Okay, so it's not a organized cell, and when it attached to a living body, living organisms, at that moment they can grow up. They can grow, and they have the power of increasing their body. Okay, they have their life when they attached with any living organisms. Okay, and either that they are not like a living organism. They are this seems that they are living non-living things. Okay, and kingdom 2, prokaryota. Prokaryota also primitive cell, members of two kingdom. Number 2 kingdom, they also don't have well organized cell. Cell without organized nucleus is turned into primitive cell, such as bacteria. They are something organized than the virus. They have cells, but they don't have organized cell material. Okay, number 3, kingdom 3, eukaryota or true cell. True cell, they have true cell. Um, the things which are in the cell, present are in the cell. True cells are mostly they are in this kingdom. Okay, they are eukaryota. They are algae, fungi, and protozoa, and eukaryotic microbes. Okay, we will know better in our next lesson. Next lesson, virus and bacteria. Virus and bacteria. Virus is virus cannot seen without electronic microscope, and they are very simplest organism, and they don't have plasma membrane, organized nucleus, cytoplasm, etc. And they have protein coating nucleic acid, that means DNA or RNA. And when the protein coating and nucleic acid are gathered in another organism, they regain their properties of life, which I have told you earlier. And that is, they don't show any properties in life without living host or outside of living host. For that, viruses are true parasites. Which living things are called parasite? The material or the living or non-living organisms, so which show their living life, which cannot live without host, are called parasites. Okay, well, bacteriophage is a common virus among all viruses. The figure gives the idea, the structure. Okay, they are round, rod shaped. Yes, I am told earlier. And bacteria. Bacteria are prokaryotic, eukaryotic. Bacteria are prokaryotic, and they don't have organized cells. Bacteria have learned about, they can be different shapes. Coccus, rounded shape. Bacillus, rod-like shape. Comma shape. Coccus bacteria are rounded, and bacillus are rod-like shaped. There are many, and comma bacteria, comma shaped bacteria. Okay, coccus, these are called coccus, these are bacillus, and these are comma. 3. They can be classified according to their shape: coccus, bacillus, and comma. Okay. And usefulness of bacteria. Bacteria fixes nitrogen in the soil and helps in removing jute fibers, also used in preparation of curds. Curds is very useful for our health. Okay, and we need bacteria to prepare curds. Okay, and we also can antibiotics from bacteria. And bacteria is the main basis of genetic engineering. Bacteria is used in some cases in order to identify the desired characteristics of organisms. It is also used in genetic change. Okay, now eukaryotic animals, eukaryotic living organisms: algae, fungi, and amoeba. This is lesson 5 and 6. Fungi are non-green thallophytic plants. Thallophytic plants means they cannot divide into parts, divide into different parts of the body. They cannot take part in photosynthesis because they don't have chlorophyll. And they are heterophytic or saprophytic. Heterophytic fungi grow on slate, rotten, and foodstuffs, fruits, vegetables, wet blood, and leather, cow dung. And there are so many economical importance of fungi. Nowadays, mushroom is a very delicious food. It's fungi. Fungi can be seen in bare eyes or in microscopic. And we get penicillin from penicillium. And agaricus, at present agaricus, I have told you, agaricus, that means mushroom cultivated in many countries, including our country. And sometimes fungi are responsible for many diseases. Ringworm, worm, inflammation of trachea, and freckles. Freckles are fungal disease. Disease like late blight of potatoes and black band disease of jute, red rot of sugarcane, and these are called fungal infection in plants. And they easily attack furniture of wood, bamboo, cane, etc. and damage them enormously. When you see some whitish spot in plants or leaves, you can guess it is a fungal infection of plants. So, prevention of fungal infection. Fungal diseases are highly contagious. It means a person may get infected on coming into contact with the infected person. And so, avoiding using things of infected person, avoid mixing with diseased person, spraying fungicide on infected plants or uprooting them and burn them. And algae are chlorophyllous and autophytic plants in order to thallophyta. They grow on soil, water, and on other plants beside green, red, brown, etc. Colored algae are also seen. The algae named Spirogyra grows in the most water bodies. Spirogyra, greenish things in water. And benefits of algae. Algae extracted from marine algae is used preparing ice cream. Marine algae are also good source of iodine and potassium. Algae are also used as food in fisheries. Amoeba. Now, amoeba. What is amoeba? Amoeba, a member of kingdom Protista. It is unicellular. Unicellular means only one cell. Unicellular body, and their body is very small. They cannot be seen without a microscope. They can change their body shape in case of necessity. They have pseudopods, and with the help of this pseudopodia, amoeba takes food and move from one place to another. Okay, this is an amoeba. This is an amoeba, and they have pseudopods. These are called pseudopods. And when any food comes to near them, they eat this with the pseudopod. They can move. They can change their pseudopods, and they consume this food and extract the nutrition, and after that they exited the food particles wastage. And the body bears some water vehicles also. These are you can see water vehicles, water vacuoles, food vacuoles, and contractile vacuoles. The body is surrounded a thin transparent membrane. It is called plasma lemma. This is called plasma lemma. Okay. This is called plasma lemma, outer body parts. And amoeba grows in water, wet soil, rotten waste materials, organic debris at the bottom of the pond, etc. And last one, lesson number 7, Entamoeba. It's very dangerous living organisms, Entamoeba. Okay. There are two types of dysentery, amoebic and bacillary dysentery. One type of bacillus bacteria is responsible for causing bacillary dysentery, and amoebic dysentery is caused the infection of one kind of unicellular animal. This is called Entamoeba. We will discuss in our next class how Entamoeba attack our stomach, attack our large intestine, and cause many harms in human body. We will know in our next class. See you in our next class, and goodbye for today.